Hello, hello, and welcome back once again to Hitman 2 and the three-headed serpent mission set in Santa Fortuna. And today we will be taking care of a few more of the feats and challenges and discoveries, starting with blowing bubbles for killing Delgardo in the hot tub, before we move on to a brief history of Rico Delgardo for listening to some of his museum exhibits. Then we will move on to the Cupid discovery or feat for helping Hector Delgardo find his love letter. And then we will move on to the off the wagon challenge for killing Hector Delgardo with some poisoned cocaine. Now for this one we're going to be bringing with us our silenced pistol, a silenced sniping rifle stashed up. We're going to start in the mansion basement, and I'll always be bringing with me our lockpick.
Are you going all gangster, man?
So for this one there is absolutely no possibility of a silent assassin rating, because you'd have to create a contract with about 15 targets. Not possible. So right from the start, off the bat, what we're going to do is make our way into the basement corridors, and we're very quickly going to eliminate everyone in the area, including the forger and his guard. We're going to very quickly tidy up after ourselves as well, because there is one more person on this floor we need to kill. I don't want to alert him before I'm ready, so we're just going to drag everyone into the forging room. We're going to take out the surveillance system while we're here as well. And while we've been doing all of this, hopefully the limping guard who's got the love letter will be making his way around here. So we're going to pick up some spare ammo, grab one of the mansion guard outfits, and I'm going to try and locate the limping guard who's currently just walked past us in this corridor. So we're going to take him out real quick before he gets back into a public area. We're going to take his gun, we're going to take the love letter he drops, we're going to hide his body in the forgery room as well. And after that, I highly recommend going to the money room, which is just up the corridor and to the left there, and collecting the lethal poison that's on the table in there. I forget to do this till right at the very end, but I recommend you do it right now. And once you've done that, we're going to make our way into the wine cellar area and into the little storage room that's just here. And in here we'll find our sniping rifle, so we're going to collect that. And we're going to make our way upstairs to the ground floor. And it's at this point we would then take out the two occupants of this rec room area. One male, one female, both housekeeping staff. And there is the male, the woman is just over in the far distance there. So we're just going to take them both out real quick, although the woman moves off, so she gets an extra couple of bullets. At this point I would also recommend poisoning the cocaine line that's on the pool table before moving on to the museum, which is across the main hall. We're going to leave the people in the main hall alive. We want them alive to clean up all the bodies. So once we're in the museum, there are 3 people in here, 2 more housekeeping staff and 1 guard. So we're just going to quickly take all of them out. And into the museum bathroom, and out the window here we should spy ourselves, hopefully, a guard and 1 more housekeeping staff. So we're going to take them out before ducking through the window. And we're going to take out 1 more guard who's just behind the partition here. Don't really need to get this guy, but I like to get him out of the way. As you can see, bodies are now being found, so we are mostly have our path cleared. So we're going to make our way back in through the window, and we're going to hide in this cupboard right here in the bathroom until all the bodies have been cleaned up. And we won't really exit until Rico Delgardo makes his way to the museum. Seeing as we're both going to be in this area, it seems pointless not to take him out at this point. As you see, Cataluna is in position, but we aren't ready for her. So once Rico is in position for us, we're just going to shoot him in the head. He must have a very thick head. Took 2 bullets and one in
Rico
the chest.
Delgardo has been eliminated. Nicely done.
So we're going to just quickly duck back into the cupboard in case anyone comes in this direction, which they didn't. So we're going to quickly bolt out of here and we're going to make our way over to the coca fields. We're just going to run straight towards the scaffolding over the wall and veer out through the gate to our left. We're going to run down this little mountain path here and across the wooden bridge on our right. Be aware there is an enforcer on the left. And we're going to make our way up the stairs and around to our right where we will find a ledge. Not the one I'm heading for now. That's the ledge looking back to the mansion. We want the ledge overlooking the coca field. And once we're here, we're going to pull out our silent sniping rifle. And we're going to find George Franco, who is currently in the drugs lab, which works for us because it makes him quite close by, but also very, very hard to spot. As you can see, we're going to need to use instinct to take him out. Once he exits the drugs lab, we can just shoot him.
Franco
Drop our gun.
confirmed down. Nice work, 47.
And we're going to make our way back to the mansion the same way we made our way here. So back down the stairs, across the bridge, and back up the mountain path here to the mansion. There are a couple of guards who patrol around this area, so we're just going to get rid of them. Never saw it coming. What we're going to do now is basically we're going to go and start taking care of our challenges. And the first one will be blowing bubbles. So what we're going to do is make our way back over to the hot tub / jacuzzi, and we are going to turn this on. And when Catalunya comes back, she will get distracted by that being on, and she will go to investigate. You can be waiting quite a while if there is still a lockdown and people running around like headless chickens, but it's just cleared up for me and she's making her way back.
Delgardo, wife to Rico Delgardo for the past 11 years.
So she's now getting distracted by the hot tub. She's going to make her way over to the hot tub. And when she does, we can just walk up behind her and drown her with impunity because there is no one left around to spot us. So dunk your head in there, girl. And that will get us the blowing bubbles challenge. And there we go, getting confirmation for that one. So with her, Catalunya now dead, we're going to make our way back inside the building via the window and into the museum area where we have to examine 4 exhibits.
This guy, nicknamed El Guapo, is the first thing I bought after I made my first $1 million as an enterprising young man in Bogota. A few days later, the American DEA cowardly attempted to assassinate me, but the car's solid construction saved me from the enemy bullets. The DEA agents were not so lucky.
So that's one down, and the second one will be the baseball bat just behind the car.
This baseball bat was for a long time my signature weapon. As a young man, I worked as an enforcer for the traitorous Moreno cartel, and the bat was used as a persuasion tool while collecting debts. Later, when I decided to leave the Morenos, it was used one last time for my old boss. After that, the aptly named Head Splitter was retired.
So that's 2 down, 2 to go. And the other 2 in question are just off to the left. We're just going to grab Rico's car keys on the way there.
I adopted Mijo the hippo after his mother was shot by local poachers, and he has been residing in his own enclosure here at my estate ever since. Playful and kind, the hippo is loved by everyone in the Delgado mansion and surrounding compound.
So that's 3 down. And the final one is the picture on the wall.
My love of animals is well known. From the skins of rare jaguars to the tasty meats of endangered turtles. I love them all. But Mijo,
So that will get you a brief history of Rico Delgardo challenge. So now all we've got to do is move on to Cupid. So we're going to make our way out of the museum and up the stairs, and we're going to lockpick our way into Hector Delgardo's bedroom, and we're going to go and give Hector Delgardo his love letter back.
I believe this is yours.
My letter? You found it. You have no idea how long I've been looking for this. You know what? Take this. Thank you.
So once we've given Hector his letter back, the Cupid challenge will pop for us, and we need to do this in order to get the off the wagon challenge as well, because once we have received this combination for a safe and Hector chats some babble, he will go off to meet Andrea Martinez back at the compound where she resides, and they will have a little discussion, and he will give her the love letter, and then he will go down to the riverbank, and then we can basically kill Andrea in front of him, which will cause him to go and take the line of cocaine that we've hopefully already poisoned. So once we've got the combination for the safe, Hector will start preparing himself to go and go and see Andrea, and we are going to make our way there as well, but we're going to take the long way because of the enforcers, one of which we are just waiting to turn around now. When he does, we can make our way up and over the wall, and we're going to wait for Hector Delgardo outside of the main gates of the mansion, and we will just follow him most of the way through the town. So Hector Delgardo actually walks quite quickly, so we won't be taking too long, although I have still sped it up because it is quite a distance. You can run on ahead of him if you want, but you know, you're just waiting around for a lot longer. I thought I'd make a nice little scenic route for us. But Hector Delgardo is going to make his way straight down this main street, and he is going to meet up with Andrea Martinez. They will have their conversation, and what we are going to do is we need to get into the compound, but there is an enforcer on the main gates, so we are going to make our way around to the side of the building, and we are going to enter the compound over the wall. As you can see, Andrea is just arriving at the same time as Hector, so they will begin their conversation immediately. We don't have to wait around for that. So we're going to make our way to the gate and listen in on the conversation.
That is Andrea Martinez, the Delgado cartel PR officer and public face.
You didn't reply to any of them. We spent time together, Andrea. It meant something.
It was just a fling, Hector.
You kept saying that, but it's not true. You know that. We shared something special. I know I was. Please, por favor. I made little mistakes, but I have changed. Andrea.
Sleeping with the Gomez twins was a little mistake, Hector. You are a disaster, and I will not let you back into my personal life. You need to leave.
I will not.
Ooh, Hector, you dog.
I demand respect. I will not let you go.
Don't confuse me with your other women, Hector. I am not your possession. I make my own decisions in life.
Please, read the letter, Andrea. At least give me that much respect.
Fine. Give me the letter and get the hell out of here, Hector.
Right, so Hector's going to give Andrea the love letter. Andrea is going to make her way into the compound and out onto the balcony to read the love letter. Hector will make his way around the compound and down to the riverbank behind the compound to contemplate life, the universe and everything. And we are going to make our way around the side of the building and up the outside stairs, around to the back of the building, and we're now going to wait for everyone to get into position. So Andrea will come out through this door here. She will stand at the balcony's edge and read the letter. Hector Delgardo will be at the riverbank directly below her, and we will be in position directly behind her. So once she makes her way out onto the balcony, we're going to close the doors behind her, position ourselves behind Andrea, and we are going to wait now for the arrival of Hector Delgardo. We're going to use instinct. We can just see him now arriving, and when he's in position directly below us, we can then push Andrea off the balcony. That will cause Hector to lose his mind. He will make his way back to the mansion and go straight for the cocaine.
All targets neutralized. This should paralyze the cartel. Excellent work, 47. Now head for an exit.
So you can hear Hector Delgado going nuts downstairs. So we are going to make our way back out of this compound and back to the mansion so that we can watch what happens to Hector. Remembering there is an enforcer on the gate, so we're going to take the long way. Basically, Hector is going to make his way back to the mansion as well. What we're going to do is go in the same way we came out via the scaffolding over the wall, and we're going to make our way to the rec room and await the arrival of Hector Delgado. It's at this point, when I get there, I realise I haven't poisoned the cocaine line, or the line of cocaine, and nor have I actually collected the poison, so I will go and do both of those things very quickly before Hector arrives. Which is why I strongly recommend you do this beforehand. So there is the line of cocaine, and I realise I haven't poisoned it, and I can't poison it. So I'm going to run very, very quickly down into the basement, and I'm going to get very, very lost very, very quickly as well. And I'm heading for the money room, or the money laundering room. I know it's around here somewhere. This looks like a good door. Okay, now I know where I'm going. So we're going to make our way into the money laundering room, and on the desk in the corner of the room we find some lethal poison, and now we're going to make our way back up to the rec room, hopefully not getting quite as lost, and hopefully making it back there in time to poison the cocaine before Hector Delgado arrives. And it turns out we do have plenty of time, which is again why I recommend doing this at the start and get it out of the way with while we're in this area, while we're killing everyone off. So with the cocaine now poisoned, all we've got to do is await the arrival of Hector Delgado. He will partake in a line of cocaine, and he will very, very promptly drop down dead. And we're going to go out that door. So here is Hector now. So as soon as he takes that line of cocaine, I'm going to position myself much, much closer to him for a better view. And we're going to watch him drop down dead. Good night, Hector. And there we go. That will get us the off the wagon challenge. And the bullet is for being the lucky sod who manages to bed twins. So with that taken care of, all we're going to do now is make good our escape. I have chosen to go for Rico Delgardo's flashy little sports car that's in the garage, which is why we've come out at this door. But we do need to wait for these two enforcers over here to move. But once they move, we can make our way to the garage and lockpick our way inside. Be aware there is an enforcer who frequents this little office area, but as you saw on instinct, he was just leaving. So there you go, that is the Cupid challenge, a brief history of Rico Delgardo challenge, blowing bubbles challenge, and the off the wagon challenge. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.